Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's really hot today, so I figured let's do an indoor video with my houseplants. I have a few updates that are really exciting. I got a new phone, so now I'm a proud owner of an iPhone 11, so the video quality should be a lot better. I also invested in a microphone, so hopefully you guys can hear me a lot more clear. I also pulled out my nice camera tripod, so should have some better angles and visuals, and it should really help with the quality of the videos. So I had my birthday a few weeks ago now. Sorry for the delay in videos. It's been really busy. I got off work yesterday and I decided I needed some plant therapy, so I headed over to Green Acres in Citrus Heights and picked up a few things. One was a wish list plant. Was a wish list plant that I've actually never seen in person before. It is this beautiful Philodendron silver sword. Look how glorious. Oh, I'm so excited. I wanted to go ahead and get this repotted. It was really dry. I had them throw some water on it while I was still there yesterday. And then I also picked up a McColley's finale, I believe that's how you say it, philodendron. Beautiful little 4-inch baby there. Really healthy, looks great. And then I'm obsessed with philodendron, so don't laugh at me. I already have a philodendron Prince of Orange. However, I'm suffering from a humidity issue, and you can see that the leaves are having a hard time getting out of the sheath. So I'm going to attempt to repot these, use a pebble tray. I am researching for a humidifier right now. I just haven't found one that I like. I have my feelers out in some of my houseplant groups that I'm in on Facebook, asking for everybody's suggestions, what their favorites are. I want my plants to thrive, not just survive, and I think that the humidity is a serious issue. To give you an idea, it's supposed to be 100 and I think it's 104 today, 106 tomorrow, 110 2 days after that. So our air is very dry here, and we're constantly running the AC and running the fans, and that causes the air to just dry out significantly more. I also went to Green Acres the weekend before last because my parents were in town, and my mom and I have actually never gone to Green Acres together. We've always gone separately, and we really love plant shopping together, so that was really fun. And I just picked up this Marble Queen Pothos. I know, very common, but I don't have one in my collection. I've really been wanting one. I have a tighter budget for my plants. I like to find the smallest version of something that I can find. That way I can get more plants in a smaller size, and then I feel more proud when they get big and luscious and grow a ton over the years. I did the same thing with my Philodendron Micans, which is that pot right there. That I bought at Green Acres. This was before they kind of exploded and were everywhere. It was the first time I'd ever seen one in person. It was another wish list plant, so I went ahead and bought it, even though it wasn't the healthiest, and I've babied it back, and now she's growing like crazy. She's super happy, and I'm sad because I found the exact same plant, same size, for $5 cheaper now, and it's massive, and I almost bought it, and I told myself, no, it's a lot more satisfying to take something, nurture it, watch it grow, and see it get big versus, buying something and having the instant gratification, which is fun, but not as rewarding. So I decided to stick with what I have, and that's also better for my budget. I want to get a few of those repotted. I'm having some issues with a couple of my African violets that I'm gonna repot one of them today. I have a bunch of ferns planted in a glass gallon fishbowl with sphagnum moss. It's been drying out significantly faster than I thought it would, and it's definitely harming the ferns a little bit. So let's get started, and I will show you guys the finished product when we're done. I just wanted to quickly go over some of the supplies that I have here today. I picked these Better Home and Gardens planters up from Walmart. These were $3 each. I really love them. I picked up 2 of the smaller size. These were $3 each. And I also picked up one of the bigger sizes, and this one is an 8-inch planter, and this was $5. I think that's gonna look so pretty. This is what I will be putting my African violet in. See, she has some roots already, so I'm ready to put her back in soil. I'll be putting the 2 philodendrons that I already have from the ceramic back into these. I just really love this color. I already had these. These were pots from orchids I bought from a store or something. So I also have some drip trays. These are my favorite. These black ones, I get these at Green Acres. They're heavy duty. They blend in really well with my shelves. I feel like they don't stand out as much, so I much prefer these over the plastic ones, but these are good on a budget. My partner bought me this potting tray, so we'll be using that today to keep our floors nice and clean. And then I just picked up some white aquarium gravel from Walmart. This will be the pebbles that I use for underneath in my trays. Almost forgot about the soil. I bought some EB Stone Organics potting mix. I never buy the indoor potting soil. Figured I would try something that's made for houseplants just to see how I like it. So we'll see if this one works better, and if it does, I might go through and just repot everything in this soil. But I didn't want to spend the money for a giant bag yet. I wanted to see how it does in my home with my humidity and temperatures and everything. So let's take a moment and we'll get started. This is a really awesome mat. It folds up completely flat, and then it just has these snaps in the corners that you just snap together, and now it holds its shape. So it's pretty cool. A few other tools I like to have are a spoon. I'm kind of clumsy when it comes to putting soil around the edges, so a spoon's really helpful. I like to save these little tiny succulent containers to help pour soil in around the edges. A good little pair of scissor type shears, and then I also use a knife. This is to get the pots out of the ceramic planters out, so I'm not damaging the roots. Basically, think of it as loosening like a cake from a cake tin after you've baked it, so that it slides out smooth. Then I'll use this to pour my soil in, just a little bit easier than working out of the bag for me personally, but this is my potting pot, so this is a dedicated plant tool. And I already have soil on the mat, so yay for that. I think the first one I want to pot is this McColley's Finale. I am so excited for this to grow up. I literally cannot wait. The color is beautiful. The color change on them is super fun, so I'm curious to see how that goes. I see some pretty orange roots over on that side. I don't know if you can see that. So not too root bound. I love using this method for repotting my houseplants. It's the nursery pot as a mold method. As you can see, it's super easy and it leaves a perfect mold. I don't know, I really like the texture of it. Again, I've never used this before. I did just peek at the ingredients to see if it was worth it. And this has aged fir bark, lava rock, sand, volcanic pumice, aged redwood, and peat moss in it. And to me, that's a really awesome blend. And that was something that I would honestly think about making a blend with if I was going to make my own soil, because I've seen other people that make their own soil use pretty much those ingredients. So I have high hopes for this. I'm kind of excited. I don't want to pack it in too much. I want the roots to be able to move around, do their thing. So I think I'm going to call that good. And we're going to carefully remove our mold. I don't know if you can see that there's a nice mold in there. And then all I have to do is take my new baby and done. Oh, that's so fun. It's really satisfying. And literally so easy. Look how beautiful, you guys. Okay, one done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to go. There we go. It's got some cute little roots. And just like that. This one is cool. It actually has 2 plants in here. So I'm excited to see it nice and bushy and full. All right, 2 done. More to go. This one here should be my Prince of Orange. This one should be my Imperial Red, or I think it's a Rojo. Philodendron Congo Rojo, maybe? I might have that wrong. I honestly should put labels on these because I clearly can't remember. I'm gonna just go around like it's a cake. I'm just loosening the soil and the roots from around the edge so that hopefully I can do this. Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot better.
So I've been noticing on a lot of my houseplants that I am packing them way too tightly in their containers. I think that is part of the problem I'm having, is the roots just can't breathe. And so that's something that I'm actively trying to work on.
Oh, you guys, I really needed this today. It's been really busy at work and I've been a little bit stressed and we've just had a lot going on. And for me, plant care is self-care. So I'm really happy to be doing this today and filming another video with you guys. So excited about this, guys. I kind of have like a $15 to $20 budget per plant. I very rarely will spend more than that. It even pains me to spend the 15 side of things. But this was a wish list plant and I'd never seen one before in person. I don't order plants online, and to me it's like if you find it, it's more special than like special ordering it. I totally could order something, but I like to see it and pick it out and pick out the exact one that I want with the leaf structure that I want. So I'm just really thrilled about this. My research says that this plant will do really well with a moss pole. It's a epiphyte? No, aerophyte. It's one of the. It's like orchids. They grow in trees and on bark, and they're epiphytic. I think. I think I'm saying that wrong, guys. I'm so sorry. But they're the ones that they get a lot of aerial roots, and they like to climb and hang on to things. They don't necessarily need a giant reservoir for soil. I'm so nervous. I hate when plants don't want to come out of the container. It makes me so stressed. This root here was like circling around and they're starting to kind of coil up along the bottom. So it was time. This needs to go this way a little bit. But I'm learning. I'm enjoying it. I really am. I really enjoy editing the videos and seeing all the views from you guys. Oh, it's perfect. In theory, this pot is way too big for this African violet. However, I do not have a smaller terracotta right now. What I'll do is I'll find this like half of the size of terracotta as this one and replant it in that. From my research, African violets prefer to be pot bound, root bound. They perform better, they bloom better. They do not like having a lot of foot room. So I think it's better for it to be in soil over water, but it will be even better to be in a smaller pot compared to the root size of this one. My whole entire favorite leaf is this one right here. It's like the whitest leaf on there with the green speckling. I'm obsessed with it. It's so pretty. I much prefer green and white variegation over green and yellow variegation. Ew. That was pretty root bound too. I am on the hunt for a Philodendron White Knight because I think that variegation is absolutely beautiful. But I'm in no rush. I have lots of plants, so I don't need it right now. I love this planting hack with the soil in the container for houseplants Because I find that some of the smaller houseplants are just so fragile when they're little, and if you're planting into a really small pot, it's kind of hard to get up underneath the leaves without breaking a stem or damaging a root. So I really like this hack. See how nicely that just slides in there? Oh, so pretty. And that one's done. This is the globe that I was telling you guys about. It's just a glass fish bowl that I threw a whole bunch of sphagnum moss in and then planted. And it keeps drying out really fast. I'm gonna have to manually like pull this out of here. I don't think there's life in this fern, so... Oh, I lied. I'm just gonna cut it back. It looks really sad and pathetic, guys. I'm sorry. I feel like I see a new frond trying to come in. I have no idea if that's accurate or not, but I'm gonna attempt to just plant this in the same pot again and see what it does. Worst case scenario, it's already dead. Best case scenario, it surprises me and comes back. This one's rooted in really well. So this looks a lot worse than it is. A little better to work with. And I believe this one is my autumn fern, or maybe that's the one that I killed. I don't know. Look at the root system on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and just work on clearing this out. All the dead and dry. This looks a lot better. Now I'm going to add my soil. I'm going to fill it up a lot farther than I had it. I want them to have more root room and they can grow out of the top of it just fine. Okay, put this little tiny sad one back in. I'm just going to throw some sphagnum moss gently and lightly on top of the one that's pretty much dead. I want it to have extra moisture to kind of regenerate. And it'll pop through the sphagnum moss on its own. I think if I were to leave it uncovered, it would just dry out too much and just make the situation worse. I had thrown in a little cactus, Christmas cactus or a Thanksgiving cactus piece in before, and it's super plump, super happy, and it has roots. So I'm just going to lay that right back on top because, I don't know, it's fun. I'm going to go get cleaned up and we'll look and see what we did. So this one is my ferns. Philodendron McColley's finale, Philodendron Prince of Orange, my beautiful marble queen. I mean, really though, look at this leaf. It's so pretty. My mom really liked this one too, so as soon as it gets big enough, I'll propagate some and make her a plant. Original Philodendron Prince of Orange. This is my Philodendron Imperial Rojo, African Violets. And of course, my new baby. Look at you guys. I know I keep showing you this, but I am just so excited. I am obsessed with the color of it. If you've ever seen one of these in real life, it's kind of like a blue, dusty blue gray color. It's so pretty. So let's go ahead and rearrange the shelves, find space for them. Look at there. Oh, you guys, look. Doesn't that look so pretty? Oh, I'm so happy right now. I feel like I want to put something else in this spot right here. Maybe my little heartleaf philodendron. Let me try this one. This is a Hoya Macrophylla. I love it. Look at the texture on that leaf. So pretty. I honestly think that this might benefit from some of the humidity from these soil trays or pebble trays. People say the pebble trays are a myth. They don't do much, but in my environment, anything helps. Oh, you guys, that's so pretty. Do you guys have any care tips for blue star ferns? Because we don't like each other. And I'm not really sure why. It's trying to push new growth. I don't know if it needs more water, less water. I'm just not quite sure. I think it could be more water. that it needs. But I'm a little sad. I'm obsessed with this fern. When I see them in other people's houses and nurseries and stuff, and I want it to do well, and I just don't know. So if you have ideas, let me know. I have two. I have one in a terrarium and I have one out and about, and they're doing about the same. This one is the one that was in a terrarium, and maybe it seems a little happier. This is why I have to get a humidifier, because we're struggling. This is not a Hoya Pubicalyx. This is a blue star fern. I do still have that one though. This is my Hoya Pubicalyx splash. Look at how pretty. All of this is new since I've had it. And I made the wire trellis myself. I'm getting distracted, guys, I'm sorry. I think I might have to do a houseplant tour with you all, just because I need to talk about my plants and I really want to share them with you, so that'll be coming up next. Got my Philodendron Rojo, my Prince of Orange, my African Violet, I love it, Philodendron Brasil, Philodendron Micans. I have my Philodendron Silver Sword. We've got our other philodendrons. Oh, I'm so excited. We come over here, we see my beautiful marble Pothos. I'm really excited about that. It's just been an awesome day. I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching today's video or potting some houseplants with me. I'm excited to continue to film videos. If you have any suggestions, please comment, like, and don't forget to subscribe so you're the first to know when I upload new videos. I'm going to be trying to do at least 4 videos a month. That's my goal. Any more than that will be extra, because I do, again, work full-time. I am disabled, so I have a lot of stuff going on in my life, but this is becoming a second subset of my hobby of gardening and houseplants, and I'm really enjoying it and sharing it with you. I'm really passionate about plants, and I really love to teach people and talk about plants, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time.